some little back-to-back stuff from Carlos Santana. We celebrated his 76th birthday yesterday and kind of got you in the mood for the conversation we're going to have right now. We're headed all the way out to the land down under. I believe that Brandon Ferrant and Taj are on the line with us this morning, live from Australia.
Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Hello.
Wonderful to have you both on the show this morning. Thank you so much. Taj, is that you?
Yep, that's me.
It is great to talk to you, my friend. We're so excited to hear that you're going to be coming back to this country and coming back to Northwest Ohio once again. We are blessed to know that we're going to have you and your family here in September.
Thank you, but I'm moving there in 6 months.
See, I was going to ask you and your dad about that as well.
Sorry, 6 weeks.
I was going to ask you and your dad about that. Give us the latest details. Maybe you or your dad could give us some lowdown on that. We are actually going to have the pleasure of having the family move here, huh, guys?
Yeah, we're going to be moving there, in 6 weeks. We're just pretty much finalising all of the visas and everything, so yeah.
What was the thought process behind that, Brandon? Why'd you want the family to come here? Obviously, you spent a lot of time, a lot of demand to have this young man here in our country.
Yeah, today's the perfect example. I'm sure you are aware of him releasing his new single, and it's done astronomically well.
Congrats.
So it made me reassure that it's time, and, I've got rid of all the assets, and we're ready to go. Anything that doesn't plug into an Australian PowerPoint, it's gone to God, and we're on our way. So,
so where are you going to settle? Have you thought about a place to put the roots down when you get over here? Because obviously Taj is demand all across the country.
Yeah, we'll be in BG for a little bit, just working on a few things, and we've got a lot of friends, and I think that's the hardest thing when you move internationally.
Yeah,
having little comforts of so the kids could have some normality without having their grandparents and things like that, and we've got great friends in town and things like that. So we made a lot of great friendships last time, as you know, Bill from the fire station and fire chief, I've still talked to him weekly to fortnightly type thing, as I've pretty much, when I left there, I've always kept in contact with him, and just, I don't know, Bowling Green just took hold of us, and it seems to be our second home away from home, so we're definitely honoured to be able to come and roll in and spend a couple of months there and get our life sorted, and we never know, Taj could be in Nashville for a little bit, writing albums and things, but generically, Bowling Green, I think might end up being our second home away from home, that's for sure.
Well, I got to tell you, I want to talk to Taj as well, but I do have to thank you. We were following you guys through your Facebook Live, transmissions that you did on your last tour here in the States, and I noticed, I was talking to Lisa about it as well. We talked about it on the show when you guys were, I think it was your last stop. You were in L.A., if I'm not mistaken. You were going along the Walk of Fame there and looking at all the stars and all that, and somebody in the group, I think it was you, was flying the flag there, weren't you? You had some BG gear on, I think.
Yeah, I was. I was wearing it, and we were just walking around.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, again, so excited to have you back here. What do you think, Taj? I mean, we've got Crossroads all queued up here. It's dropped in the last 24 hours here in this country and back there at home in Australia as well, and already zipping up to the top of the charts in USA Blues and doing real well on Spotify. Across, not only here, but around the world as well. What are you thinking?
Yeah, so today, we kind of woke up and it was on the number 20. It was number 29 in the worldwide music, all round, all genres.
Yeah.
And then I have now, I've taken the top blues song today for the whole world.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations. Tell us a little bit about Crossroads. Did you write this? Obviously, you've expanded a bit and doing all the vocals now as well. But what went into this writing and of this song?
So funny thing, when I wrote that song, I was on the bus in America, and the song come together in 15 minutes, and we were just in the back of the bus with the band and that, and I was just singing a hook that I didn't have words to, and then I seen a Crossroads. And then it made me kind of think of Robert Johnson and that. But and then the whole song come together in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. You really, we talked about when you were here last time, obviously you're phenomenally gifted on the guitar, and we love just hearing you play, but now you've expanded so much, it seems like, in what you like to do. Now you're into writing, now you're into vocal performances as well, and we had a feeling you were going to head that direction. Yeah.
Yeah. On this song, like on Crossroads, I played every instrument. I did the
Really?
piano and the organs and the bass, the drums, and pretty much any instrument you hear on there, it was me.
Yeah. When you look back at your last tour here, and we'll talk about where you're headed this time, some highlights. I mean, we love having you here. Of course, we're going to take for granted that you love being in BG, and we get a chance to see you again here for a couple dates in September down at Howard's. But were there other things that you really enjoyed? I think you guys are, for example, headed back to Texas again this time.
Yeah, we're doing Texas again, I think. Is that the first? That's the first show. But yeah, no, my favourite show was Howard's by far, 100%.
Why? What is it that wants you to come back to Bowling Green? Did you feel the love there? Folks are just so much, Yeah.
I ended up doing 2 shows at Howard's because I sold out the first night and there was people who couldn't get in. I kind of felt bad, so I just booked another one the next day, and we didn't even have it planned, but we ended up doing it.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a meet and greet as well. I think it's September 21st and 22nd, and I'm talking with Lisa. I think they're going fast, but there may be some tickets left. Do you know? I hope.
It's about half sold out, I think, at the moment.
Good. All right.
But it's only been about a week that we've announced it, so by the time we get over there, it probably will be sold out.
All right. Well, how do you put one of these tours together? I mean, maybe you and your dad both can address that a little bit when you're coming back over here and you're trying to decide where to go. Obviously, we're hoping you'll stop here at your home away from home and hang your hat here for just a bit. But how do you decide where you're going to go? How does that whole plan come together?
To be honest, I don't have anything to do with that part. That's just Mel and Dad. Dad can answer this one.
Dad?
Hey, Clint. So, basically, we've got... a pretty good team, myself, Cass, and Taj's tour manager / sort of Swiss Army knife of Mel, she's sort of the jack of all trades. But, we're really lucky that we've figured out the analytics on his pages, and we can pinpoint where all of the top followers are from and how engaging they are, and I basically just route out a map of like where I want to start and where we want to finish. This one's been a little different because obviously we're moving at the same time, so we'll start the tour and at the end of the tour we finish up in Howard's. I think we might zip across to like New York and Pennsylvania maybe later, maybe a couple of weeks after sort of this little run, just to do a couple little runs before Christmas. But apart from that, this run's it's only about 7 or 8 shows in total, super short run, and then at the end of this, it'll just give the kids some time to sort of settle down and enjoy Christmas and enjoy, being in the snow and all that kind of Christmas time and stuff, and, just see things that they haven't. I actually thought they'd all struggle on the last run in Bowling Green. We come from such a warm climate.
Yes,
being rugged up, but I don't know. I think the warmth that we get from the people outweighs the needing the sand and the surf. So it's going to be interesting to see how it works and how it all happens. But we're willing to give it a go, and I mean, Cass and I are ready to sacrifice everything to make sure Taj and my daughter Giselle have the career they deserve. And I think him saying this morning, like, he just beat Joe Bonamassa and Eric Gales and all these top blues artists to take out the #1 spot on the blues chart. So I couldn't be more proud of him, man. It's the most amazing feeling as a parent to see all of the hard work that he's put in come to play. It's crazy.
Yeah. How do you stay so grounded, Taj? I got to ask you, because I know people are pulling you in 100 different directions right now. Folks love you, and especially when they get to meet you and your family as well. But you always seem to you have your feet on the ground and have yourself grounded. Just you focus on the music, and you seem to really be enjoying this ride as well.
Yeah, it kind of is what it is with me. But That's also a pretty Australian thing too. Even if you could become the biggest person, like the most famous person in the world, they'd still probably be walking around in Kmart gear.
Well, I love that. Do you have some goals, some places you'd like to visit and see? Dad already talked about, the snow, and hopefully we'll dig some up for you for Christmas time this year. Some other places you haven't been over here in the States that you'd hopefully like to check off your bucket list here in the next year or so when you get settled?
Yeah, so my bucket list thing is to play Red Rocks, which is in Arizona.
Sure.
Sorry, Colorado.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that would be gorgeous. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's probably a bucket list of mine. Also, I want to see the Grand Canyon because that'd be cool too.
There you go. Well, guys, I know you're busy. What time is it there? It's a little after 9, almost 10 o'clock. Is that where you're at right now?
No, it's about 8:40.
Oh, 8:40. Okay, I'm trying to get the time change figured out. So
yeah.
Well,
nice and early.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things happening here, and I got to tell you, you already know. I know you've heard from folks here. Excited to have you guys back here for an extended period of time, and we'll get you over to the university. We'll get you a chance to impact some of these people here. And I got to tell you too, Brandon, I was at a press event yesterday with a new company that's opening up here, and the gentleman came rushing in at the last minute from Premier Pharma, and he said his plane was delayed. He was from Australia. And I thought about you guys. I thought, my goodness, awesome. That's so awesome. So
seems to be an Australian thing. Ended up in Ohio. It's we all gravitate to the top part, don't we?
Well, we do call it the heart of it all, my friend. That's for sure here in Ohio. But hey, I'm going to play Crossroads here right now. Again, when you talk about this single right here, what is next? Now that this one's in the books and at the top of the charts, what's next for you, Taj? What's folks always want to know what's coming next from you.
After this, we've got an album coming out. So that'll have a lot more songs on it as well. And that's pretty much it for the writing part for this year. Well, not this year, but this moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I've had people tell me over the years that when you're writing, you never really know where the inspiration's going to come from. You mentioned the inspiration for the song we're about to play here, Crossroads, just came to you, riding on the bus, I guess, riding down the road. So you never know when it's going to strike, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I just wrote another song a couple of weeks ago. It's going to go on the album, and it's called Cruise, and it's my uncle just had a baby, and his name is Cruz. So I just wrote
wonderful.
that song as well.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Yeah.
Guys, I hope you're feeling the love from a distance. Can't wait to get you back here in Northwest Ohio again as well. Please, please travel safe. All right? I know travel is a challenge for everybody right now, but we'll look forward to having you here. And if you can find some time, love to have you come by and hang out with us here at the university and Bowling Green. Want to make you feel right at home at your home away from home here, okay?
Absolutely, yeah. No, we're excited to roll in and do what we can for the community. I actually was saying to Taj the other day, it'd be cool if we could try and get him out to one of the big football games, and maybe
we can make that happen.
Star Spangled Banner for you or something like that. For the big
Australian national anthem.
Even rock the Australian national anthem for you.
Right. Well, we had one of the young ladies that played basketball for us at the university graduated, but we still have one that came in. She was a freshman last year. We still have our kicker that was here when you guys were here last time, and obviously you got to meet Bill.
Gentleman.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We got a lot of folks from your neck of the woods, that's for sure. We can't wait to have them all in the room and make you guys feel the love. So, all right, we're going to play Crossroads right now. Congratulations again, number one in the USA Blues chart, the iTunes charts, and number one around the world as well as far as we're concerned, guys. Congratulations on continued success, and cannot wait to get you back here in Northwest Ohio.
Thank you.
All right. Travel safe.
Thank you.
Here it is. This is called Crossroads. Young man's name is Taj Ferrant. You're going to like this one.